doing? And welcome to another Verso video. Last week's video was really long, it went for about 10 minutes, so to make up for it this week, I am going to make sure that this video goes for no longer than 5 minutes. And if it does, I will give each and every one of you three dojo points to whoever watches this. So if it goes for more than 5 minutes, each and every person who watches this will get 3 dojo points. Now last week, we were looking at place value, and we were looking at how once you get 9 of something, you trade it up to the next column, you keep going and going and going. This week, we're going to be looking at addition and subtraction, and how if you just know one addition fact, you can know a whole lot of subtraction facts as well. To show you what I mean by this, I'm going to struggle to open my whiteboard marker, but get there in the end. We're going to just do one of the simplest addition facts that we can do. And that is 1 plus 1, which, as we all know, equals 3. Right? No, okay. Probably not. You're right. 1 plus 1 actually equals 2. I was just making sure that you're all paying attention. So we've got 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now, all I need to do to know the subtraction fact is to write down the exact opposite of this one. So if my 2's here to start with, I do my 2 down here. Now please apologise for my 2's, they're not coming out very well lately. I know you can all do better 2's than that. So to get an extra dojo point, on Monday when you come in, if you draw me a better 2 than this, I will give you a dojo point. Alright, so if you show me a better drawn 2 than this, I'll give you a dojo point. Now, back to what we were saying. We're going to write down the exact opposite of this. So first, we put our last number first. So our 2, which was our answer, comes down to our first number here now. Now, what is the opposite of addition? It is, of course, subtraction. So we've got 2 minus now, and because we're writing this backwards, my middle number is still going to stay the same. So if 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2, middle number, minus 1 is going to equal 1. See, there is my 1 there. So if you look at it, that 1 plus 1 equals 2, we do the exact opposite of 2, because we're taking our last number first. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Now, let me try this again. I'm going to leave this one up on the board here. On the board, should I say on the fridge. But I'm going to write underneath, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to write a slightly harder one. So this time I'm going to do 17 plus 15 equals 32. Okay, so 17 plus 15 equals 32. Now if I was to do, like I did up here, if I was to do the exact opposite of that, once again, I take my last number and I make it say 32, because that was my last number. Now remember, I'm doing the exact opposite, so the exact opposite of a plus is a minus. So 32 minus, and now because I'm writing this backwards, it's 32 minus 15. It's going to equal the only number we haven't used yet, which is going to be 17. So we've got 32 minus 15 equals 17, because that's the opposite of what we have done there. So if 17 plus 15 equals 32, then 32 minus 15 is going to equal 17, because we're just doing it backwards. And I'm about to go over my 5-minute mark, so it looks like that each and every one of you who watches this video is going to get at least 3 dojo points, which is pretty cool. So, what we're going to be doing in class next week is we're going to be looking at this. But to get a straight dojo point, to get a straight Panini ticket plus all the other dojo points that you could be getting tonight, well, I'm not going to answer the question because I'm going to set it. You are going to answer this question for me, okay? And you're going to have to write the whole sum out. So I'm going to write a sum out, like 1 plus 1 equals 2, and you have to tell me what the reverse is going to be. So, as I said, for 1 plus 1 equals 2, you would have to write out in the comments below, 2 minus 1 equals 1. But that's not going to be our sum. Our sum is going to be 18 plus 23 equals 41. Alright, so there's our sum there. You need to tell me the reverse of that in the comments below for you to get your Panini ticket, plus all the other dojo points you could get as well. Remember, to get an extra dojo point, you need to draw me a better 2 than what I drew there and what I drew there. And as always, I will see you in class.